from Cleveland's most accurate weather team. This is 19 First Alert Plus, sponsored by the man that makes them pay, Tim Misney.
And good morning, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News Now, coming to you from our digital desk. It is a First Alert weather day. It is, at least for this morning, because of the absolute frigid temperatures. Look at the what we call our bug. If you look on the lower left-hand side of your screen where you see the 19 News, the time, that's not a typo. It is 6 degrees in Cleveland. Take a look at this live picture from our First Alert network of cameras. This is Akron. Look at that beautiful sunshine. Surely it is warm in Akron as we see snow blow in front of the camera. No, it is not. It is absolutely frigid. In fact, we are still in that dangerous level of temperatures. Going to bring in 19 First Alert meteorologist Meredith Garfalo. Meredith, we've got to put up with this because we have First Alert weather days for the foreseeable future. First of all, explain to our viewers, what am I talking about when I say it is a First Alert weather day? Why do we use that designation?
You know, Dan, that's a good thing to start with. Anytime any member of the First Alert team sees something that's going to be dangerous for you, it's going to impact you, disrupt your day, even if it's something as small as just a travel snag for the morning, we want to make sure to give you that First Alert, to make sure you know what's going on, what it's going to be that's going to impact you, and also give you just some easy tips on how to prepare. And so today, this morning, as you know, with many school closings, was because of the brutal cold. Yes, I will show you some of the temperatures we have and it feels like as we go into this, but let's start off with the top headlines. Sunny and frigid. Our feels like 10 to 20 below. That's dangerous, folks. If you're outdoors for long periods of time and you're not protecting your unexposed skin, frostbite can become more and more likely in less than 30 minutes. Now this afternoon, we'll have that sun with a few clouds, but unfortunately feels like we'll still be between 5 below and 5 above zero. Tonight, it's not going to be as cold, but then the story shifts to snow for the morning commute as we go into Thursday. So we'll talk about that. But here's a look at the First Alert temperatures. You can see single digits, Ashtabula, Warren, single digits there. It's really not much of a change whether you're along the lakefront. Now, as you head further inland, New Philly, you can see 5 below there. The rest of us anywhere between 10 to 20. Now, the wind chill alert is a wind chill advisory, and that continues until noon. Even after it expires, though, don't think we're out of the woods just yet because we're still going to have those feels like, as I mentioned, in some spots, either right around zero or below zero. So the number might look better, but it's not going to be feel better. I can promise you that. So here's our First Alert tracker, and you can see with the winds as we move forward in time, even going into overnight, we don't go below zero tonight, but the feels like continues to stay in the teens as we go into Thursday morning. Now, that may not seem as bad as today, but here's the problem. We're going to be dealing with some snow. So First Alert tracker, let's go through. Here's today. You can see it, 9 o'clock in the morning. We go through the day, the snow stays away, the cold. As we stop the clock here at 4 a.m., this is going to be for your morning commute on Thursday. Kids might be heading back to school with the snow and the temperatures staying below zero. This could create, like a few days ago, an icy glaze and make it a dangerous commute. So plan ahead. Know right now that it's going to still be really cold tomorrow morning, but then you add in that snow and that could make some very slick spots. Now, as we go into the morning, though, you can see that snow trends a little bit further to the north. Mentor, Ashtabula, though, might be seeing that snow on and off for most of the day, and then another bit of snow as we go into late morning. But there will be a break. The commute looks dry right now before we see a lake effect snow band start to set up going into the evening. That's going to be overnight into the forecast for Friday. Then another storm system comes. This one's going to bring a lot of snow, heavy snow because of how cold it is. It's not like that slushy snow where it's right around freezing, so we don't get much accumulation. This one could add some accumulations and it could cause some issues even Friday night into Saturday morning. So this is just the snow tracker for moving forward tonight into tomorrow. Most of us 1 to 2 inches, Snowbelt, Mentor, Lake County, Ashtabula County, anywhere from 4 to 5 inches. Then we're going to add to that as we head into the weekend. Of course, the First Alert team will have more on that forecast coming up. But I do want to show you this, though, because this is, I guess, happy news for us. As we go into the final days of January, we see a shift in the weather pattern, and that will bring above average temperatures, which means above 36. So finally above freezing. So Dan, there is some hope. There is some warm light at the end of the tunnel. We just have to get through the next 4 days with this dangerous weather before we can get there.
You just got a lot of people excited with that graphic. I can hear people getting out suntan lotion, bathing suits, because it has been a brutal week. Meredith, you were talking about the conditions. I want to show the video. We were live yesterday when the Valley View Bridge was an absolute disaster in multiple directions. Take a look at the spin out here and the eventual crash of an SUV. We're live on the air as this was happening. And this could be the same situation tomorrow, because that snow that comes down when it's this cold, it freezes instantly, especially to our bridges. And that's why it was a mess yesterday. That's why we need to be prepared for that tomorrow morning. Think about that when you're planning out your morning commute. When we start talking about accumulation, we're going to get to that here in just 15 seconds. Give us a little break here.
I've represented families just like yours for over 4 decades. Listen, if you need me, call me. You know I'll be there for you, and I'll make them pay. In the meantime, I'll keep an eye out for you.
So Meredith, you already gave us an idea of 1 to 2 inches tomorrow morning. What are we looking at Friday? I mean, is this going to be, are we talking 6 inches, a foot? What should we be prepared for?
Well, we could see 4+ inches. You know, we still need to time out and track things. We're 4 days out from the weekend. And so, but right now it looks like we could get around 4 to 5 inches in some spots. That's in addition to what we're going to see as we go Thursday into Friday. So as we continue to get more information, as the First Alert team gets those updates in, I mean, we'll be on this for you 24/7. But what I can tell you is this is not going to be like the last couple of snows. This is going to be more of a heavy accumulating snow because of how cold it is. And that's system snow, which is going to switch over as we go into Saturday morning to lake effect. So we're talking very dangerous travel, watching those commutes on Friday. But even for those who work on the weekend, Friday night into Saturday, and as we know, heading into the weekend, those roads could be pretty dicey and pretty bad going into Saturday morning. But at least by Sunday, we start to see some more sun, but the problem is any snow that's on the roads, bridges and overpasses, as we know, always ice first. You just want to plan having that extra time, or if you don't have to go out, just don't. Maybe stand by the fireplace, hot cocoa, and PJs all day. That sounds lovely, right?
Yeah, not too shabby. And then we look at Tuesday, and we're not even dealing with snow, we're dealing with showers. What a messed up winter this has been.
It really has been, but you know what? At least we're fluctuating, because if it was a winter where we had winter storms every weekend, we had Arctic blasts like this every other week, I mean, I think that would just have made it so much worse. So at least we have the break where we're going to get the above freezing temperatures. That's going to help melt the snow, whatever we pick up in the next several days. And then the rain, you know, kind of washing things out. So, you know, again, I try to be positive about it, but if that's how winter's going to be, well, I guess we should take the extremes, right?
Yeah, kind of week on, week off kind of things.
Right.
First Alert meteorologist Meredith Garofalo, we appreciate you checking in with us. And again, folks, First Alert weather days for the rest of this morning's cold. Tomorrow, First Alert weather day for the snow we're going to get overnight into tomorrow morning. So just a heads up, consider it your first heads up, your first alert as far as looking forward. And then another First Alert day Friday into Saturday because of, again, more snow. Meredith, we know you and the team are going to be on it. We certainly appreciate you looking out for us.
Of course, happy to help. Now stay warm and stay safe, everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you, Meredith. We're going to wrap this up. One last look at that beautiful sunshine shot in Akron. But when you see that much steam coming off of, that's probably just the heaters. I believe that might be a hospital complex, hospital building there. When you see that much steam coming off the roof, that's because it is so frigid out there. Any bit of exhaust coming out of your own chimney is going to look like it's almost on fire, but it's not. It's just how cold it is. 6 degrees currently in downtown Cleveland. If we have any other breaking news, it'll be right here on our digital platforms. Coming up at about 10 o'clock, we'll have an interview with Mayor Justin Bibb. He's attending the Mayor's Conference in Washington, D.C. I believe it's the 92nd ever Mayor's Conference. And we'll have him live from D.C. on what this trip is about and what it can accomplish for the city of Cleveland. We'll see that coming up around 10 o'clock. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. Have a great afternoon.
19 News is